You're right on life in the Philippines, love, change, nation, and God, one nation under, one love. So you want to know what happens after you say I do to a Filipino? You're in the right place, baby. I'm going to tell you some things tonight. Those of you that are contemplating getting married to a Filipina, those of you that are engaged, those of you that are even just thinking about the big I do words to a Filipino. Some things I want to tell you today and then today we're going to look at the positive side of what happens after you say I do to a Filipino. But then again, guys, there's also a negative side. But today we're going to take a look at the positive side of what happens when you say I do to a Filipino. Okay, here we go. If you missed the broadcast today, this is my second time back to you today. If you missed that broadcast earlier today, Markel of Markel's TV podcast did an awesome job. Check out the video from today. We talked about veterans information, gave us 3 very, very critical ideas and points and suggestions for veterans that might be able to help those that are in need. Check out that video. Let's get started. We're not going to be long tonight. Let's get started. Thumbnail for the day. So this is our thumbnail for the day, ladies and gentlemen. After we say I do, what happens, man? You know, you dated her, you courted her, you think you know her, and she thinks she knows you. But what happens, man? You know, you talking about that, you waiting for that big day, and you got married, and what's the deal after marriage, man? You live happily ever after. Is that what it is? Is that really what it is? We're gonna find out. I'm gonna show you some things today about what should happen. And tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna look at the things that might happen on the negative side as well. Okay, let's go. So I got 3 things for you. Thumbnail for the day. No hocus pocus. Just focus for the day. Let's go. Here's our focus. Number 1, location. Whenever you get married to a Filipino, it's always a big question, location. Where we gonna live? Some of y'all might want to live in the USA. Some of y'all might want to live in the Philippines. Some of y'all might want to go abroad to Europe, or you never know. And then we're gonna look at learning to dwell together. You gotta learn, man. You gotta learn. You say, well, I already know her. I don't have to learn. No, you know her over the phone. You got to learn her living together on a day in, day out basis. And lastly, we're gonna take a look at acquiring a learning empathy. You got to learn how to empathize with your lady. And see, that's what a lot of us, as men, fall short. We don't have empathy for nobody unless they're doing exactly what we say, when we say, why we say, how we say, and right on down the line. That's when we got some empathy. Other than that, we got empathy for you. You ain't doing what I say. And that's a narcissistic attitude. That's a controlling attitude. And you can't afford to have that when you're dealing with a Filipino or American, any woman. You think women like to be controlled? This is the Me Too era, guys. Women do not like to be controlled, okay? And for those of you that, like to beat on women, you need to sit down somewhere and learn something, okay? That's not the way to control your women. That's the way to show that you're a punk. That's the way that you show you're a coward. That's the way to show you have no leadership ability. You can lead your woman, but you can beat your woman. What kind of man are you? Man up. It's time to man up tonight. Let's go. Never marry the one you can live with. Marry the one you cannot live without. Yeah, the one. If you got in your mind you can't live without that woman, that's the one for you, baby. You got the right one. But you said, well, I can live with her. But you said you can live with her, but because you said you can't live with her, that means you're going to always find something to say, the reason why you cannot live with her. So, why the one that you cannot live without? That's the better reason to get married to a Filipino or any other woman. Okay? All right, let's go. So, number 1 is what? Here's number 1. Location. Yeah, man. When you get married to a Filipino, it's always a big question of where do we stay? Do I stay in the Philippines? Do we stay in the USA? Do we stay in Russia? Do we stay in China? Where we staying? Some Filipinos are flexible. They'll go wherever you want them to go. Others are not. You know what I'm saying? You know? And so when they do move and do living together, another question is, does she work? You know? Does she go overseas? Does she stay in the Philippines? And when she does she work? Those are things that come up after you say the big I do. Hmm? Those are the things that come up. Some of the things that come up after you say I do to a Filipino. Okay, and those are things you have to learn to deal with once you give the two big words I do. Hmm? Yeah, you got to deal with that lady, man. And what the problem is, many of us as gentlemen, we're single guys most of the time, right? And we don't know nobody else, nobody home with us. You know, most of the time, you a single man, you 35, 45 and plus up, above up. You by yourself, right? You got an apartment or you got a house by yourself. So you used to living what? Alone. So I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm gonna tell you what I went through. I went through some pure. I don't know what it was, man. I thought it was gonna be a breeze, but it was not a breeze. I had to learn to adjust to Lisa D. I'm serious, man. I had to learn. You know, I had to learn to live with her because I had been living on my own. You know, and when you on your own, you come when you get ready, you go when you get ready. Nobody to answer to. You know, I used to get up on all my off days. You know what I used to do? I used to get in the bed, man, and look at football and basketball and eat pizza in the bed, man. Like, well, and when we got married, I wasn't looking at no football over here because they didn't have no NFL. But I would do the same thing here. She said, "Now you ain't." I said, "What you mean?" Get up. So I had to learn, man. I had to learn. I had to adjust to some of her ways. She had to adjust to some of my ways. And it was a long process, over a year before I actually began to adjust to another human being living with me day in and day out. I thought it was going to be a breeze because we knew each other from the phone. But I'm telling you, man, you could talk to her all day and all night, 24/7, 724, 365. Hey, and you still don't know anybody until you start living with them every day. That's when you get to know them. Okay? I'm telling you, man, you better be ready. I know a lot of you guys out there want to get married. I'm married. We can't wait till the pandemic is over. We're gonna get married. Okay, I'm all for the marriage, man. And you got. But I'm gonna let you know you have to be prepared. And some of you don't know what you're really getting into. So I'm gonna let. That's why I'm bringing this stuff about marriage series. It's one of my marriage series. I bring it to you can understand what exactly it is that you're getting into. And some of you take it very lightly. Some of you've been married before. Some of you've never been married before, and you don't have the slightest clue on what it means to be married. And especially, it's a little bit different because you're marrying or you're dwelling with a Filipina, a foreign individual, and that foreign individual has different background from you. She was raised in a different environment, and you were too. And so you have to work. It takes more time versus if you marry somebody of your own nationality, it takes more time. And a lot of times, what happens is during the process of adjusting to each other, we have a tendency to become what? Impatient. And we give up. You think I'm playing? We quit. And whenever we quit on our marriage or we quit on our fiance, we quit on the person we're living with, it usually doesn't get back together. That's it. You're done. You'll never win when you quit on yourself or you quit on your partner in marriage. Okay. So you got to be consistent. And a lot of people don't understand that. They think that, I can't live with this lady. She's getting on my last nerve. And then you get ready to pack or you putting her out. You got to endure things, man. It takes time. It takes time. Like number one, what location? And location means that you got to understand. You want to stay home, you want to work, you want to stay in the Philippines. Either one, whether she stays home in the Philippines, where she stays in the Philippines or goes overseas, you have to understand. Is she going to work every day? Some men want their wife to work. Some of them don't want to work. Those things you have to understand, and those things you have to deal with. Maybe you're retired and you want her to stay home with you. It's okay, man. But you gotta understand, she's the kind of person. Some women cannot stand staying in the house every day. They got to get out. So those are things you have to do. And then some women are built for staying at home. They just love staying at home, doing the home housework, taking care of their man. A lot of women are like that. Lisa D is like that. She loves staying home with me, and she loves taking care of me. I love her doing the same. I love her doing it. It took me a while to adjust to her taking care of me because I was used to taking care of myself. Like I fix my own food, clean the house, and then she started doing all that stuff. I said, make my life a little bit more easy. So I started learning how to relax. It took me a while, man. I had to learn how. You're not gonna believe this, but I had to learn how to relax. I was doing my, because I was used to clean the house, cooking everything, and then Lisa did, and then she would do some of the stuff I would normally do, and I would try to correct her. No, you can't wash the dish like that. What am I doing? I had to. It took us. I'm telling you, man. It took us a full year to learn to live with each other and adjust to our ways. It's not going to be easy. I don't want to fool you guys out there. And some of you guys got this utopia mentality that when you wed or when you live with your woman, hey, everything gonna be lovely, man. I can't wait. We get together, man. I'm gonna hold in my arm. You can't live off of love, baby. You need montage. You need time, and you need patience. If you don't have all those three things wrapped up together in one, you got nothing. Because if you run out of money, you're in trouble in the Philippines. If you run out of patience, you in trouble. And you run out of time, you really in trouble. Hey, because you only have you only have so much time to get it right. So, number one, location. Where you going determines how well you would do. I want to suggest you guys, those of you that are going to getting married and going to taking your ladies to the USA, whatever country you're from, be very, very careful with that. Okay? And I'll be doing another story. I'll be doing a broadcast on that. But I want to tell you briefly, be very, very careful with that. Okay? There's a lot of horror stories after some gentlemen get married and they take their women over to their country, their home country, and next thing you know, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year later, they gone. She gone. And she done got your montage too. Okay? Because you little, I ain't gonna say that. You put everything, you signed up. Before I started putting stuff in Lisa D's name, it was almost 2 years. You know why? I needed to test her out, make sure I trusted her, and make sure she was right, tight, long, strong. I'm not crazy, man. But I trust her now in that area, and she trusts me. I trust her. I trust her. I trust her to be me, do what's right for us. That's how much I trust her. But it took time for me to get to that level of what? Trust. And it will take time for you as well. Okay. So you don't be a fool and say, as soon as we get married, I got Georgie, and we can put our name on this again. Don't do that, man. That's one of the until you test her out in finances and money and trust, and you trust her and see how she act. Don't put nothing in her name. If she want money on her own, get her a separate checking account. It would own that, and you put some money in it for her every month, or you give her money. But do not make no joint accounts until you know she can't be trusted with money. And most Filipinas and Filipinos cannot be trusted with money. I'm sorry, man. Y'all say about you wrong. I'm just telling you, man, from experience. They have to. Whenever I meet Filipinos, they spend. They don't know how to handle finances. So one thing I had to teach Lisa D how to deal with finances, and she learned it like that. She was smart like that, and she's good at accounting. She learned it like that, and she's got the boost like that. I always check it up, I check up on her. But those things of trusting and coming to an area of agreement and trusting and how we live together, it took me a long time, and it's going to take you the same thing. More than likely, some of you guys may be different, and you can just like that. But normally it takes time. Okay. And so what you want to do is, while you're getting to know each other, while you're learning how to live with each other, it takes time to be patient, learn to be patient. And most men, and this with that high testosterone in us, we don't want to wait for nothing. It's my way or the highway. Okay. And then you start treating her mean, cussing her out. Stop that, man. You ain't got to do all of that. Give her a chance to come up to your level. And you can't make her do nothing. You can show her, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? That's what they say. That's similar to people. You can show them everything you want them to do, but you can't make them do it till they decide in their mind they want to do it. They decide in their mind and their heart that they want to do it. And that's how I had to learn how to let Lisa D do some things that I didn't like. Until she came to her in her mind that she needed to change. Then she started changing. And same with me. She had to wait. A lot of things I didn't want to do. Because I said, I don't do that. Taking my shoes off in the car. I said, I don't play that game. I'm serious, man. Coming in the house, I'll take my shot. I said, no, I don't play that. What's wrong with you? You see, that's what you're gonna do. That's what we do. I said, that's your custom, man. And we battled back and forth on that for a good while. And then finally I realized I'm not in the United States of a doggone America. I'm in another country. I need to do as the Romans do. And we got along and we made a compromise. I don't take my shoes off when I come to the house. Or I do take my shoes. What I do is we have two sets of shoes. We have house shoes for in-house, and then we have outside shoes. So when I come in the house, I just don't go barefooted. I put on my slippers, my house slippers. And she does too. That was our compromise on that. And so you have to learn how to live together and compromise together. And every little thing gonna come up. It's gonna be like a big battle, you know. But eventually, man, if you hang in there, you will learn to adjust to her. She will learn to adjust to you. If you are in what? Love. You say you love her, right? Huh? Did she say she love you? Then let's see what happens when the love, when the love go out, when the love get a little thinner. You know, because sometimes you have a thick, strong love, and then sometimes you have weak love. You know, and this is how our marriage and relationship go. They start off down here, right? And it usually should go up. It should go up the hill, up. But sometimes they start off here and they go down. You don't want it to end up like that. But so one of the things, you got to find out your location, and then you have to deal with whether she wants to live in the USA or whether she wants to live. I would suggest most guys, if you can, keep her in the Philippines. Okay, I'm sorry, man. Y'all can get mad with me all you want, but I'm telling you, if you can, if she wants to stay in the Philippines, it would be better off for you staying, because what happens when you take her to a foreign country, whether it's USA, Russia, China, I don't care, they're gonna wind up changing their ways. Okay, and she's gonna be like a USA foreign aggressive woman, and then y'all gonna really have some problems. You say, when I married you, you wouldn't like this. She said, I didn't know no better. I know better now. So I'm not trying to tell you to keep in the dark, but what happens is when women, Filipinos, move to the USA or other Western countries, they have a tendency to become westernized and Americanized, so to speak, and they change their ways. It's just the way life is. Huh? So number two is what? What's number two? Number two is learning how to, I just talked to you a little bit about that. Learning how to dwell together, man. See, you see that mask right there? Okay? Like these two people, they take the mask off when you learn how to live together. When you dating and all like that, you got on a little mask, you know? She nice, he nice, and we just beautiful. Everything's lovely, you know? But when you go home together, you're like, oh my God. And she take off that weave, it's really gonna be a nightmare, you know? You think Filipinos don't wear weave? Sure, a lot of them wear weave. You just don't know it, you know? But most of them don't, but there's some to do. And when she take off the makeup, and when you find a Filipino wears makeup, man, you better hope that when she take that makeup off, everything gonna be all right. Because a lot of times, makeup is used to do what? Make up. Mm-hmm. Make up the bad places on their face and make them look better. That's what it's called, makeup. You know, they're covering up something. And so I don't want nobody. Thank God, when I married Lisa D, she wasn't wearing no makeup. Lisa D don't wear makeup. You know what she wear? She might wear some lipstick. That's it. She don't wear it. And I was so thankful because I knew what I was getting. A lot of the American women, they wear weeds, they wear this or that. And when you go to bed, after you, she take her shower, you take her shower, she take the weave off and all that makeup off. She say, who is you? You don't know. You know, the real person comes out, man. And so what happens, man, when you marry a Filipina, usually most of them don't wear makeup. Most of them. There's some that do, but most of them are just naturally beautiful. Okay, they're just naturally beautiful. You don't have to worry about that too much. But if you do get one that's got a bunch of makeup, rest assured she's probably trying to cover up something. Okay, but the makeup is that is what the purpose of makeup is for to cover up the inadequacies, the insecurities of that female, and whether it be the color of her skin, her eyes, because they do these, you know, make these little eye marks. I don't know what they call those things. And then they get this false eyelashes and stuff, you know, make like they got big eyelashes, all kind of, but that's to cover up. Yeah. So make sure you know what you're getting. And when you start living together on a day in a day out basis, That's when you discover the real Filipina, the real deal. A great marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together, my friends, but it's when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their difference. That's what a great marriage is about. All marriages are happy. It's the living together afterwards. That's the tough part, right? That is the tough part. See, in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, you have in your mind that when we get married, everything is gonna be roses. It's gonna be peaches and her. You know, we're gonna have a lively time. We married, man. I've been waiting for this day. Yeah, yeah. When you get married, it's a happy day. It's a happy occasion. I was very, very happy when Lisa D and I got married. She was happy as well. You know. Well, how long did that last? Even though it gonna last, but you have challenges, uh, and you have storms that come. You know, and you have sometimes she'll cry all day and all night. Sometimes she get in the tempo and all kind of stuff, man. I'm telling you, you got to be ready for that. And you cannot go off of her energy. You have to be the man. You the man, right? You the leader. You the head of the household, or you the punk? Which one is it? You got to be strong, man, and you got to deal with them. Females have a lot of emotional cycles. I'm not talking about the menstrual cycle, but it gets even more when that comes up. But emotional ups and downs that they go through. Okay, and one of the things that females Filipinas deal with is leaving home. Yeah, leaving home physically and mentally and socially, leaving home. Because home is where their family, their family, immediate family dwells. Okay, and so when they leave home, it's hard, man. You ever had a kid that went to kindergarten for the first time, and you had to leave him, you had to take him to the classroom and leave him? What they do? Mom, they crying because they hurt. Everything they know is you, and they have to let you go to go someplace they don't know nothing about. Yeah, so it's hard, man. It's similar. Many Filipinos are like that, man. They hate to leave home, and it's hard for them, and it's traumatic for them. And what happens is we as men don't understand that. Foreign men don't understand that. What do you mean? You're my wife now. This is your home. But you got to understand, it is a traumatic experience for one to leave their dwelling place to go to some new place. Even though they might know you and they might love you, it's going to take time. And that's what we don't allow for them. We think that just because they're in a new place, this is a nice place, it's way better than where you live. They don't care about what place is nicer. It's not about the nicety. It's about the familiarity of the place. She's familiar with her old home. I don't care if it was a one-room shack, but that was home. And that's where her heart was. And she got to leave the comfort of her home to come to some place she don't know nothing about. It could be you could have a palace, man. But she still could be uncomfortable in it, and you have to adjust to those things. And my God, we don't give them time. A lot of times we just, okay, you don't like this. We think she's crazy, but she's not crazy. She's just experiencing a difference in how she's living, and she's missing her family member. Family is everything to the Filipina, and if you don't know that by now, you never know it. If you don't know me by now, remember that song? You never know me. Remember that song? Yeah, but if you don't know it by now, man, you never know. All right, last one we out, man. We're getting ready to go up out here, get out of here. Let's go. Number 3 is what? What's number 3? Number 3 is this. Lasting empathy. Empathy, man. What you mean by me? What you mean empathy, man? I don't know what you talking about, no empathy. You mean sympathy? No, I didn't say sympathy. That's the empathy. Empathy is putting yourself in the other person's shoes. And that's what we as men, especially most strong men, don't have time. We don't have the patience to understand what somebody's going through. If we don't see them seeing it our way, if it makes sense to us, most men are logical. And if it makes sense to us and somebody doesn't do it and you see it makes perfect sense and they don't see the sense in it, we just like want to, hey man, get out of my way. We want nothing to do with it. But that females everything doesn't make sense to a female. They're more emotional. And you have to understand, they feel more than us. So they have a lot of emotional ups and downs, and we don't take account of that. And that's what happens. We have to learn to be empathetic. We have to learn to put ourselves in the Filipino shoes. That's hard sometimes because Filipina came from a different culture. They came from a culture that you don't know a whole lot about. and that you have an experience on a one-on-one, day on day out basis. And you come from one other country, so it's a whole lot of dynamics going on there, and you have to learn to live together and focus together and put yourself in the other person's shoes. Empathy is the ability to understand. You got to have that, man. You got to understand how she's feeling, where she's coming from, what are her traditions. You got to share the feelings of her. You got to look at this, honey. I know you're missing where you came from. I know you miss your parents, you miss your home, you miss your city, and I know you are, but it's gonna be all right. You got to get down with her and understand her and share her pain. Let her know that you feel her pain. You know what's going. When a person understands that you know where they're coming from, it helps them to adjust. It helps them to feel a little bit better, and then you can begin to do what? Grow together and go together. Yeah. After you say "I do" to your Filipino. Empathy means both understanding others on their own terms and bringing them into an orbit of your own experiences. That's all it is. Putting yourself in the other person's shoes. Trying to understand and comprehend how that person is dealing, how she's feeling. It's so simple. Now that I look back on it, but when I went through this stage, I was like, man, I'm taking care of you much better than where you live. You acting like this because she was homesick. Lisa D got homesick, and I understand that now. I couldn't get it before. I thought, I said, oh, she living in a much better place. She eating better now, and she acting like this. She was moping around for a while, missing her mom and pop and her brothers and sisters. I was homesick too. But you think she took? Man, got to take a lot of stuff. I was homesick too. I miss my job. I miss my people there in the United States. But I'm a man. I got to be strong enough for me and her. I dealt with my pain, but she couldn't deal with her. I had to help her through it. So a lot of things like that, ladies and gentlemen, you will feel as you deal with your Filipino once you get married, and after you will see some of the things that happens after you say "I do." After you say "I do," it's the hardest part that's going to come. That's the easy part is going through the marriage, saying "I do." The hard part comes after the "I do." Okay? I can tell you need to get ready for the "I do." How do you get ready for the "I do"? You talk to people that's already done the "I do," and you find out, okay, what are some of the issues you had with your Filipino when y'all first got married? And then you learn to look for those signs. See when they're coming up, you'll know how to respond. A lot of times we just do like our daddy did. We saw our daddy beat our mom. Right? Some of y'all, I didn't never see that, thank God. But some people, you see your dad beat your mama when she acted fool, and that's what you want to do to the Philippines. Don't do that, man. You better than that. Learn and stop burning. If you don't know, if you have something going on between you and your lady, and you don't know how to handle it, ask somebody, okay? And ask somebody that got some sense. Don't ask these people that ain't got no sense. They'll tell you beat her. You don't need that craziness, man. So look, man, I didn't call you for that. I know that I could have did that. That's not an option for me. And you say, I'll talk to you later. Hang up the phone on them. Find somebody that got some sense. Go to your pastor, go to a counselor, go to somebody that is very, very wise, has wisdom in there, and they'll tell you the right thing to do. It takes time, man. And you cannot do it alone. Okay? I had my family I talked to about some things. I had my daughters I talked to about some things. I had, and I prayed. One of the most important things in any relationship, I don't care what you say, whether you believe in God or not, you better have a spiritual connection. You better have, man, let me tell you something. You better have yourself a spiritual connection when you want to deal with your affection to somebody else in your relationship, because we are supposed to be together. You and that woman supposed to be together, mind, body, spirit, and soul. Right? That's what you're supposed to be as one. That's what the Bible says, right? You're supposed to be as one. How you gonna be as one when you don't want to go to church with her? You don't want to sit down and eat with her, or you don't want to be around her friend. Come on, man. It's a oneness. It's a unity that you're looking for, that you're striving for. And some couples get it immediately because they click like that and they never break up. They never have you have those skirmishes here and there, but they never loosen. It's tight grip, and it stays tight grip. Some people like that, and they get further and further apart. But it's still hope, because if you get help, you can come back and you can get back tight again. But who wants to go through all of that? And you can get tight, stay tight, and be tight from the day one. And the way you do this is learn. You learn from others. You learn from reading. You learn from talking to other people, and get help, man. Because it's not going to be me. My whole point to you today, ladies and gentlemen, what happens after you say I do. It's a lot of things that will be beyond your control. There's a lot of things because you can't make nobody. You can't make your Filipina clean the house, can you? Can you make her cook for you? Beat her up? Nah, don't do that, man. You can't make nobody do what they want to do. You got to learn how to be patient. You got to learn how to be a leader, and you got to learn how to lead by example. Don't tell her to do nothing you wouldn't do, right? Because she will. If you tell her something you wouldn't do, she will lose respect for you and that rhyme. You with me? I'm telling you right. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from knowledge. I'm telling you from how I know the culture, the things you need to look out for after you say the big I do. Okay? That's it, man. So I got fight. Ride chain for a few minutes. We out. People get ready. Whether the train is coming, don't need no ticket. It just get on board. All you need is love. Who say it again? Say sweet, sweet love. Don't need no ticket. It just get on board. Get on board. Y'all ready, man? You want me to play? Take this. I got some water now. Can't drink that coffee. I step on that. All right, we gotta find out who rubbing up, tough it up, buffed up to be the first man in now. He's out. Who that is said they gonna beat them and say, I need to know. I got to know. Inquiring mind wanna know who that is. Let's see. This is the second time I've been with you guys. Ain't y'all, y'all, hey man, that's how I do for y'all. This is the second time in 24 hours Bobby D been on the scene like a sex machine. And you gotta say, thank you. I'm glad to see. Y'all look like, well, would he shut up? I don't know what you talking about here. All right, man, but it's okay, man. It's okay. I know sometimes you get tired of seeing people. Sometimes you just don't want to hear the topic. I know, But hey, if you listen with an intent to learn, you might just learn something that you didn't know about. If you listen with an intent to learn, listening is one of the best things, huh? Okay, at least the audience. She lame that. All right, let's go. Who got to find out who the Brown brought with him to be the first man in his house? I got some. Tonight, I want to see who all on this show because this is a marriage topic, and I want to see who all on this. The people on this show should be people that thinking about either marriage crossed their mind at some point in time. You know what I'm saying? That right? I said marriage crossed their mind at some point in time. Let's go. I'm about to find out who opened up, talking about be the first man in now. Who that they say they're gonna be this? Let's see who we got. Sincerely in the house. What's up? Angel in the house. Angel in the house. Angel in the house. Woo, what's up, Angel? How you doing, my dear? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. What's up? She said, peace and love. Love train. Thank you so much, my dear. She said that like a true Filipina. She said, peace and love. Love train. What's up, my dear? Hey, so good to see you. Sincerely, I'm in the house. She's OFW. Overseas Filipino working from Saudi Arabia. She working in the King House, the King Palace, and she have to have her job up. She have to be up a certain time and do her thing and make sure she right, tight, light, and long and strong in the job. But she does a good job. She gets good pay, and she likes her family that she works for, and they love her. So good to see you, my dear. So good to see you. She is the first person up in his house. Hey, who said it had to be a man all the time? Is there a written law saying it had to be a man to be the first person? I don't see that nowhere, right? If it was, Cecilia M just broke the law. She's a lawbreaker. No, she's a lawbreaker. You could, anybody to have the attention, you have the initiative and the drive to be number one. We said, do your thing, okay? And we accept you 100%. Cecilia M, she did it right, tight, long, and strong. I remember one time Cecilia M was like the queen on the show. She did it. Every time I turn around, she's like, number one. And everybody will get mad. Say, why she already got to be number? Hey, because she made up her mind. She wanted to be number one. You can do it too. But you so lazy. You so lazy, can't get up. Don't want to listen to the bell. Don't want to check and see what time I come. Yeah. Hey, Cecilia M, thank you so much for showing these gentlemen that a lady can do it and a lady can do it with grace and dignity and charm. She is the number one haunchette. Did I say haunchette? I heard that word a long time. She's the number one haunchette in the his up. And y'all need to give her props, okay? Don't give her respect and give her props like she's supposed to get. All right, thank you so much. Good to see you. Sincerely, around Train Body DC One Nation. Who we got? George. What's up, George? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. George, I'm not pronouncing your last name. I'm going to say Antonov. Antonov. I'll just see you. I'll just call you George. Okay, George. So good to see you, brother. So looking good there, man. How you doing? My name is Bobby D. I don't think I've seen you before, George. If I haven't, man, greetings to you from the Philippines. That's where I'm at right now. We call this part of the show Love Train Nation because we reach out, we teach out, and we talk to each other with good information, good ideas. We help each other move up in life, and we help each other stay motivated, inspired, how to deal with each other with things in life. And so that's what this part of the show is about. So thank you so much, George, for stopping by. And if you have not signed up, George, do me a favor, man. Hit the subscribe button for me and hit that like button when you can. Okay, George? Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by the train tonight. And don't be a stranger, okay, George? Good to see you, my brother. What? Hey, George, man, I'm so sorry, man. I got to tell you something, George. Just let me explain this tradition to you. This is the tradition of the show, okay? We're not coming against you, George, okay? Don't take this the wrong way, okay? But you hit the number 2 spot. You're the number 2 person on the show. And whenever we have a number 2 person on the show, we give them the business. Sorry, man. We give them the business. That's what we do. No, we just say number 2, jump on it. Okay, good. Good to see you, man. Ryan Train Bobby. Who we got? Ryan Train Bobby, DC One Nation. Murphy. Hey, what's up, Murphy? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Murphy Hayes in the house. He's the golden. He got a gold finger. I'm gonna call a gold finger. Well, hey, you know why I call him a gold finger? Because he's a gold member, man. I'm telling you, he is our. Not only is he a gold member, he is our first gold member ever on the show. So good to see you, man. Hey, nobody mess with Murphy, okay? He became king forever as far as I'm concerned, because he's gold. He's the golden guy on this show. He said, hello, Bobby D. What's up, Murphy? We doing good, man. So good to see you. It's about 10:06 p.m. our time in Philippines. That means it's about 10 o'clock. You guys just getting up. Some of you just getting up. Just got through with your breakfast. Some of you just got through with your showers, and you're doing your morning routines. So take it easy. Do your thing, and we're gonna get through with this show. So I know y'all got to carry on with your business for the day. But I try to come to you on the night shift. This is my night shift crew, and I try to make sure that y'all see me too. And that right. I make sure my night shift shoe. I make sure my night shift shoe. One more time. I make sure my night shift crew sees me too. And that right. Let's go, Roger. Y'all can tell it's getting late. Roger. Murphy Hayes. Hello, Love Train family, angels and Blue Angels. All my Blue Angels in the house say, hoorah. All my angels in the house say, hooray. All my members in the house say, rah. Don't say raw, say raw. Let's go, Ryan Train Body DC. Who we got? Wendell Conyete. What's up, Wendell? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. Wendell is a gyrene. He's in the Marines. He is always on the scene for the Marines and doing his job. I think Wendell, I think he told me he's a recruiter one time, but he's got a good job. He's like, I think he's a sergeant or something like that, but he's got rank too, man. He's been in there a while. So he's got rank and he's going to retire in the Philippines, in the military. At some point, when you get to be 20 years, my dad was in the Navy for 20 years. And they call him a lifer, when you get to be 20 years in the military. So he got a check every month after he retired. So, but even after he retired, he still kept working. So he got a check, a job check. He worked for the post office. After he retired from the military, he signed up, he worked for the post office. So he got 2 checks every month, retirement check and a post office check. And then he had some kind of skin condition, and he got like a 30% disability. So he was rolling, man. You might be doing the same thing, Wendell. Good to see you, man. Ryan Train Bobby DC One Nation on that. Group One Love. Murphy Hayes. Hello, Angel Centilli. How you doing, my dear? So good to see you. Ryan Train Bobby DC One Nation. Murphy Hayes. What's up, Wendell Conyete? How you doing, brother? So good to see you. early in the mountain. What's up, man? Hey, Murphy Hayes, he said, congratulations, Angel, number one. Hey, y'all give a prop, man. Angel, Cecilia M hadn't been number one in a while, so she decided to turn it out today. So y'all making sure y'all give her a prop, man. We like to see a lady come up here and do it right, type long, strong, and she make y'all guys be shamed. He let a woman say, these men ain't about nothing. I'm going to show them something. And she showed y'all right. All right, who got John Thomas, Big John in the house, Big John in the house, Big John JT. What's up, man? So good to see you. Hey, this is my silver member. Y'all give me respect up in this place. Big John was a silver member, one of my first silver members, along with
gold.
Huh? What?
He's gold.
Big John is gold? Are you Big John? Nah.
Yeah.
Big John, this is you gold too? Okay, I can't see it on the screen. Let me see. Big John got to be Big John to go. Big John to go too. Okay, Big John moved up too, y'all. We got two people moved up. Big John, we got two gold. This is my second gold member. So good to see you, Big John. I didn't see the report. Usually when they say a member get to another level, they send me a report. I didn't see it. So at least do you saw it?
There.
Where?
Up here. Before
Okay.
It was green.
Okay, so Big John to go. Man, I'm a happy man today. I got two gold members in the house. So good to see you, John. Hey, man, we got to do a dance for John on the show tonight, man. John is turning this out. We got two gold, man. We got two gold fingers. Let's go. All right, who we got? I got to get John's. I know I did it. Okay, look. John, you got to be gold. You got to be gold. And Murphy got to be gold. So I had to do two more dance. I already got a dance for each one of y'all. So I'm gonna have to do a gold dance, another dance for both of y'all. Every time one of my members go up or come on or go to another level, I'm gonna do another dance for. So I gotta create two new dances. Another dance for John and another dance for Murphy because they are gold. Remember, they moved on up like Jordan and Weezy. Ain't nobody told them it's gonna be easy. I gotta find somebody to ride this train today. It's right tight long term. Let's go. Thank you so much, John. Thank you. Thank you so much, Big John, for the gold membership. Thank you so much, Big John and Murphy Hayes, for our two new gold finger members. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. And we need more gold, we need more silvers, and we need more bronze. Can y'all help a brother out, please? All right, let's go. Ride train, Bobby DC, One Nation. Who we got? I done messed up these. You want supposed to be right here? Okay. All right. Murphy, he said, I never seen my parents fight. Me either, man. I have never seen my parents fight ever. Okay. I never have. And I'm so thankful because if I had been able, one of these kids is every weekend, Friday night, they come home and cussing, fussing, fighting. I probably would have been doing that when I got married too, or to my girlfriends too. Because usually what children do is they do what the adults do. They see the adults do it and they do it. They wind up get up, some age, they do it too. So I'm thankful that I didn't see that. And I had some good parents, thank God. But a lot of you guys had some bad parents and they did that stuff. But you know what, man? Even though you had a bad example, right? You don't have to go that way. You don't have to be like them. You can be better than them. And that's what they would want you to be. Not like them. And when they're doing something bad, they want you to be better than them. That's what most parents want for their children. They raise their children with the intention of being better than I was. That's what I did. I raised my children to be better than me. I did everything I could. And whenever I saw them doing something like I did, I said, stop acting crazy like me. Some of them stick with them, some of them didn't. But you always want your children to be better. And I thank goodness I didn't see my mama ever get beat or slapped. I didn't see my dad raise her hand. They talked. Every time there was a problem, they would talk. And what would happen, sometimes they get a little loud. And so they would make us go in the room. Get what going on. They'll go in their own room and talk. So, but they do have arguments. Everybody does. But I never see them fight. Ron train about these. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. Some guys think they have the right to tighten the wife up. Then police come over and then tighten them up. Yeah, that's right. They think that beating a woman makes them feel better, or makes them feel more like a man, or makes them feel more in charge. And actually, it's the opposite. Beating a woman only shows your cowardice and shows your weakness and your inability to control your lady by leading your lady. That's how you control a woman. You lead her. Okay? You can't beat her to do nothing. Like I told you, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. You can beat them all day. If they don't want to drink, they ain't going to drink. Okay? Same thing with a person. You can show them or whatever, and they don't want to do it, they ain't going to do it. Okay? So you lead a person. That's the way you do it. And what you do is you lead her by showing her how good it is to do something, or the best qualities that you want to show her. You show her by leadership, by example. Okay, that's how you bring your family. That's how you raise your family. That's how you raise your wife, and that's how you get along in a relationship. You don't never do nothing, or have her do nothing that you wouldn't do, and that's how you gain her respect. When you start making her do stuff that you won't do, that's how you lose her respect. And so what happens is when a man loses the respect of a woman, he tries to do what? Regain that respect by doing what? Chichipaya, and that don't work. Because a lot of times when you hit a woman, you driving her that much closer, further away from you. And so the opposite effect of what you're trying to do happens because you're not you're not smart enough. I won't say smart, but you don't have the skill set enough to how to normally and gracefully deal with women. Women are delicate creatures. And if you don't deal with them in the right way, you can hurt their psyche. You can hurt their spirit. You can hurt their soul. You can cause them to hate versus love. So guys, especially with Filipinos are very, very sensitive people. They're very, very romantic. They will give you everything they got, man. When they feel that you want them and you take care of them and you love them and they love you, hey, they give you 120% everything they got in there. So, but when you mess up with them, you get the scissors, flip. Right, Trey, who we got? Murray said, raw. Oh yeah, let's get it raw. I'm gonna go finger say raw. Let's go, Ryan Trey, who we got? Wendell Coyette, Angel in the house. Yes, sir. We got some angels up in here tonight. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Lisa D is here, but she laying down. She had a big day today. She washed a lot of clothes, and then she had to go. She got like 5 people working them clothes with her now. Clothes she's selling on the internet. She got 5 people that's co-sign. Anyway, they're taking the clothes and selling them on their own, and she don't have to defend with that. Y'all remember we did the food drive on Sunday. The ladies that we went to, we told you, Rosemary, the big lady that was pregnant, she co-signed with Lisa D, so she sells books. So at the end of that video, y'all saw her giving some money. That was the sales from the clothes she sold. Rosemary sold out as soon as she gave her. The next day, she had done sold all the clothes. That's how good the people are. And most of the people selling the clothes faster than Lisa D doing. So it's working out really good. Ryan Train Bobby D, who we got? Joshua Moore. What's up, Joshua? How you doing, brother? Good morning to you out there in the United States of a doggone America. And thank goodness Orange Man is gone. The wicked, no, I won't say that. He gone. All right, we said, hey, I agree with you 100%. I just want to take my time and get to know the Filipino. It's going to take a lot of work, but I think it's worth it. If you get married for the right reasons, make it last forever. Hey, man, there you go, man. You hear that, man? Did y'all hear what he said? Did you hear what Joshua Moore, young man, he said, make it last forever. And that's something that people in the United States have no concept of. They have no conception of. They just want to, if I get mad at me, she get mad at her, I'm out, you know? That's not what marriage is all about. That's the wrong concept. That is the wrong philosophy. That is the wrong ideology. Marriage is for a lifetime, man. I mean, when you find somebody, that means you're gonna lock up with them. What you mean lock up, Bobby? You're gonna lock your body up with them. That's what they mean. When you put your body with somebody else and you do the wild thing, that's a union. That's a union made in heaven. And it's not only physical, my friends, it's spiritual. You didn't know that, did you? It's spiritual. It's a connection. On all levels, you chose that one person that you want to connect with on all levels of the spectrum of life. And so it is a lifetime union. It is not a temporary assignment. It is a lifetime assignment. And when you understand it like that, and I see Joshua got the right mindset. When you understand it like that, then you go into it for the long term, not the short term gratification. See, we just want some long, we want the short term stuff. You know, I married her, you know, I want a couple of kids, but then I got to get rid of her, you know, I get somebody else. Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. You got the wrong idea and you should never get married. Guys, if you got that kind of idea to talk about, I just married her because she was chasing me and I really love her. Don't do it. Don't get married. That's the wrong reason. Marry for the right reason, that you cannot live without her. She cannot live without you. You love her. Okay? When you love somebody, I ain't talking about no sex now. Because when you love somebody, man, give them everything. You give me the clothes off your back. You give it to her. The money you made, you give me a check every day. Give it to her because you love them, man. Love means that you do for them. It's an action word. Huh? So, you know, we made love in the bed, but ain't bump there, man. Play with me, that crazy talk. Love ain't just going in the wild thing doing that. That ain't love. That's sex. Huh? Love somebody, man, is beyond sex. Yeah, sex is included in that, right? It's an outgrowth of the love, right? But the real love is an elevated mindset, is an elevated spirituality, is an elevated sociality between you and that opposite sex. Now, I ain't talking about the same sex. I ain't, you know, y'all want to do everything. I'm talking about opposite sex. That's what I'm about. Okay, let's go. Round train by Belize, One Nation. Who we got? Well, man, I'm too far down. All right, Joshua Moore, he said, Key Sweat. Okay, yeah, Key Sweat. Key Sweat, that whole part of Key Sweat song, he said, make it last forever. I remember that song. I can't think of the song. Make it last. Yeah, that's an old one, baby. I went back on me. Round J Bobby, he said, who we got? Mervin Hayes, he said, what up, some more? How you doing, brother? So good to see. Hey, Joshua Moore got a job, man. Did he tell you, man? Joshua got a job at the airport now. He riding high. He's doing better and he's feeling better. He's going to have some more money coming in his check, and you know he's going to do some things now. He can do a little bit more, and he can start building his plans for the future. Start planning his trips, and he's going to have some certain consistent money coming in. And I'm so happy for him. I like to see people do well in this world. I really do. I don't like to see anybody just do bad and nobody try to help them. When I see somebody doing bad, I would try to say, man, you need help. No, especially on my job. Every time somebody come in new, guess what they used to do? Put them with me. Because I would help people and train them. You know, I like to see people do well. You know, and I was the go-to guy. You know, I told you, the more you know people, the more you grow, and the more people go to you. You know, but as I always like to see people do well and move up in life instead of going down. Let me tell you something. This is 2021. Look back at your life in 2020. In August of 2020, where were you? What were you doing? What was your circumstances? What were your surroundings? Were you with a different woman? Huh? Were you in a different house? Were you in a different job? Were you in a different car? Where were you August 2020? Huh? So if you're in the same spot, man, Let's get crunk, okay? Let's get it crunk. But there should be some changes. There should be some changes on a day in, day out, year in, year out basis, okay? August of 2020, I had some goals that got done. I didn't get enough done last year. I'm trying to get more goals done this year. I'm way ahead of where I was August of 2020 last year because number one, I got my shot, right? Number one, right? And I can list a whole lot of other stuff. And so if you can do that too, some of you got promotions. Some of you met your lady. That's a big change. You by yourself and you got a lady you talk to every day. That's a big change, man. You ought to be thanking the Lord that you met the real woman for you. And so it's a blessing, man. But when you ain't doing nothing and you see the same self at the same place you were in 2020, you got to look at it. What am I doing? Do I have any goals in my life? Am I just going around in circles? I'm just standing still, waiting for something to happen? Let me tell you something, man. Don't never stand still waiting for something to happen. You make it happen. Make what you want in life. Go after it, man. The worst thing you can do is not try in life. Get up. James Brown said, get on up. Get on up. Do something. Get off your do nothing. Do something. Make some goals and go after them. Then you learn how to experience living. Living is for the people that's active. Yeah. If you just sitting around and ain't doing nothing, watching TV all day, that's it. What is that about? That's about existing. Be active, man. Goals. Write your goal down every day. Seek, do a little bit. Try to move. See once you get in the groove. Let's go. We got that's your boy. He said, "What's up, baby? I'm about eating breakfast." Hey, Joshua boy, what you eating for breakfast, man? I need to know. Let's go round train Bobby. Who we got, Murphy? Hey, he said, eat handy, eat hearty, then party. That you a boy got to go to work. You can't do no party until you got to get on the job. Let's go round train Bobby. Who we got, Murphy? He said, I'm good. Thanks for asking some more. So good to see you. Round train Bobby Lee, One Nation. Rayman in the house. Rayman in the house. Woo. What's up, Rayman? Terry Fleming. What's up, brother? So good to see you. So good to see you. You know how to make it rain up on this train. Okay? And you know how to make it rain up in Spain. You know how to make it rain in the Dominican Republic. That's where he was at the Dominican Republic a few months ago. He had a great time, Terry Fleming. And he may be going back, or he may just wait until the Philippines open up. But Terry Fleming is at a good place in his life. I'm so happy to see people like Terry Fleming and Murphy Hayes, John Thomas, all the good people we have on the show. And what makes my heart so good, feel so good about them, because they are all well-grounded people. They have a good concept about life. They know how to treat people well, and they know how to get things done. I like people like that. They're constructive. They're not negative-minded. And when I surround myself like people like that, I have a tendency to latch on to their greatness and move up with them. So thank you so much, Terry Fleming. So I'm gonna move up with you. I'm gonna try to make it rain somewhere. All right, we're gonna do a damn Terry Fleming Rock Train by Release You. One Nation. Who we got? Come on now. I need some dancers. I need some solid gold dancers. Where you at? I need solid gold dancers in here today. Where you at now? Come on now. Let's try it later.
The hardest working man in the business. I feel good.
Thank you so much, Terry Fleming, for the donation to the nation. More blessings, much love. Thank you so much, my brother, from another mother. Brian Train, Bobby Lisi, One Nation, under a groove, one love. Who we got coming in this house today? Terry Fleming. He said, hello, Angel Cecilia. How you doing, my dear? So good to see you. So good to see you. So good to see ya. Ryan Train Bobby DC One Nation, Terry Fleming. He said, hello, Murphy. How you doing, my brother? Always good to see you in the house, in the house. Ryan Train Bobby DC One Nation. Who we got? Murphy Hayes. He said, Rain Man on the train. Yeah, man. And he know how to make it rain. All of y'all know how to make it rain, but Terry Fleming make it rain more. He. Let's go. What's wrong with me? Murphy Hayes, he said, what up, Sir Terry? How you doing, my brother? So good to see you. Ron Train Bobby, Terry Fleming, he said, hello, Sir Monroe and Sir Wendell. How y'all doing, man? Long time no see. What's up? What's up? Wendell Conyette, he said, hello, Sir Terry. How you doing, brother? Always good to see my good brothers on the train. Ron Train Bobby, DC, Mr. What's up, Mister? How you doing, brother? He said, hey, I caught Bobby D live. What's good, brother, man? Hey, man. You the man, man. You the man with the plan, mister. I'm trying to catch up with you, man. I'm trying to be like Mister, man. Anybody got a name like Mister, he's somebody. Let's go, right? Roger, Bobby Lizzie. Who we got? Joshua Moore. He said, Bobby D, I'm eating grits, eggs, biscuits, and sausage. It's going to be so good. It sounds like a good. Hey, man, you know what? They don't have a lot of grits out here. It's hard to find grits out here. Now you can go to the province. They make their own grits. What they do is they grow corn, right? And so what they do is they have a bunch of corn. They harvest the corn, and they take the corn to the grinder. There's a mill where they grind the corn down. They grind the corn down, and then that's how they make their grits like that. They make their own grits, and that's what they eat. They can eat that in the province, but just hard to find grits in the city here. So I miss grits, man. I was raised on grits, and during school, every going to school, hot grits, eggs, and sausage or bacon. Those are what we have for breakfast. And on Saturdays, cornflakes. Round trip about easy. Okay, that's it. All right, guys, this is real. We got to go. I'll see y'all in the morning, and we'll have another show for you tomorrow. We may look at the negative side after you say I do, because there's a negative side. And you want to try to avoid that side of it. This today was the positive side to help you do the positive things after you say I do. But tomorrow we may look at the negative side of what happens after you say I do to a Filipino. And most of the time, if you got a good Filipino, it won't go too bad negatively. Filipinos love family and they love stability. So they will do everything within their power to make sure that their marriage succeeds and not fail. Unlike us as Western men, we have a short-term mentality. We just want to get in there and get out, and if she act a fool, I'm gone. You know, that's the way we think. A lot of us, some of us, not all of us. So it's important the Filipino doesn't think that way. The good one. I ain't talking about the scammers and all that. I'm talking about the good Filipinos. When they marry you, you're the only one they want, and they're gonna do everything they can. Sometimes they'll take a lot of your mess. They'll put up with a lot of your abusive things you say to them, and they'll put up a lot of your craziness you do to them because they love you enough. They love you even though you treat them bad, even though you may verbally abuse them. They love you, and so they overlook your fault. They overlook your bad, and they be praying for you to grow up. You know? But sometimes we don't do what's right, and we let it go. So I want to tell you now, most of marriages between foreigners and Filipinos work. Okay, they usually have a high success rate. That is dependent upon your finding the right one. Okay, if you find the wrong Filipina, and you won't really, you might think you have the right one, but we can talk 2 years, man. She died, yeah. And then you get together, and they're like, whoa, who is this? Because they have Filipinos put on that face for you. They trying to get you, and they're trying to get your money, whatever. It's a different. They do an act. It's an act. That's all it is. And so when you really want to know an individual, you can know her all you want on the phone or on video chat. Think you know all you want. But it's when you really, and I'm telling you from experience, I just ain't guessing on this. When you really live with them on a day in, day out basis, that's when you start to know all about that person. And sometimes you find out stuff that you didn't know ever existed in them. Sometimes it's bad. Yeah. And then sometimes it's good. But you know what? Whether you stay with them or not depends on you and how strong your love is and how faithful you are to her and how faithful you are to your marriage vows that you took. Because when you get married to a Filipino or a woman, any kind of, you vow, man. You stand up there before the Lord, for the minister, or if you did it to a judge, the judge, whatever, that's the judge is ordained by God to be there to marry. So you taking a vow, man. And to go back on your vow, when you come up there to the judgment time, God say, man, what you supposed to be? I ain't tell you to let her go. You know, all that kind of stuff you gotta take into account. But that's it for now, guys. I'll be back with you in the morning. I'm getting a little sleepy now. I got to go to bed. I've been up too long, y'all. I got to go to bed. DD already knocked out on the sofa over there. DD. She can't even hear me, y'all. She gone. All right, guys. I'm going to see you in the morning. We'll have another topic. I might bring a second part of this, or I might do another totally different topic. It just depends. All right? So I'll take care. Y'all take care. Okay, we got one more. Hello, Sir Moore. Moore, what's up? Hey, what's up, Sir Moore? Moore, how you doing? Joshua Moore. Terry Franklin, hello, man. You ain't seen what? That's because Joshua's working, man. He got him a job now. He ain't playing. He got to get up early and go on these people's jobs. He got to go on these people's jobs so he can get paid. And then when he got to get paid, so he can take care of his lady and stop being shady. Okay? Let's go. He said, what's good, Terry? All right, he doing all right, man. Terry Franklin doing all right. He making it rain all over the place. You know how he do, man. You know how he do. All right, guys. It's been real. But I got to go. I'll see y'all in the morning. It'll be in the evening your time. So I'll be coming to you. I'll be coming to you. This is my second time in 24 hours coming to you. So if I come in the morning, that'll be my second time in 36 hours. Yeah, my third time. Third time in 36 hours. Man, I'm doing good, man. Y'all better be praying for me that I keep my strength. You know what I'm saying? Because there's straight strength to do this stuff. All right, guys. Y'all take care. God bless you. Take care. This is Bobby D saying take care. God bless. Peace.